to yet another 7 AM Qigong session. So this set is designed to really just sort of like get you chilled out, center the mind, and get you ready for the rigors of the day. So as you're going through each of the movements, you're trying to get your movements to become smooth, released, so that everything flows and you're not actually putting tension, force into the body. You're also working on trying to slow your breathing so that you get this nice sort of regular pattern. So the in-breath and the out-breath become the same kind of length, and the breathing itself comes down into the belly. That's designed to shut down your autonomic nervous system and take you out of fight and flight. So it sort of like calms you down and stops you from the automatic sort of the adrenaline type reactions. And the last thing you're trying to do is calm this big beautiful brain of ours, this amazing piece of machinery, this supercomputer that we've been gifted. It has a habit of being able to chase rabbits down rabbit holes and bark at squirrels up trees, and being able to perceive things on a level that is not particularly conducive or helpful, because you go off and you start chasing these thoughts, and when you start chasing the thoughts, you start fueling them. So what we're trying to do is guard the mind. So become aware of what your mind is doing, release, let go, let these thoughts just wander across your brain and just let them just dissipate, because they don't really matter. They're not actually substantial until you start to focus on them, and then they become substantial because you're pumping energy into them. So what we're now trying to do is collect our energy and regain our energy and bring it back down into the body by allowing the mind to sink into the body. So the purpose of this particular Qigong set, first thing in the morning, is to first of all chill out the body, get the muscles to release and relax, to get the breathing to slow, to get the breathing to become rhythmic and smooth, so you can get your nervous system to chill out and relax, and then to get your brain to sort of become aware of what you're thinking of, so that you can then bring your mind down into your body and then guard it there. That's not a putting walls and barriers up. It's just being aware of where your mind is, and then when you catch yourself when you're not doing that. So as your brain goes off and starts to look at something else, you can then go, oh, that's interesting, I'm doing that. Okay, let that go and come back down into the body, which takes a lot of practice. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. We're going to get on with some Qigong. So first of all, a little warm up. Turn the foot 45 degrees to the corner, sitting down through the leg. Take your other foot, rest it on the floor, and just rock it back and forth. And then swap to the other side. And then pick up the foot, shake off your ankle. And swap. Pick up your knee, circling the foot, and you're trying to trace a circle with your big toe, which makes it slightly more challenging because you're not just waving your foot around. And then back the other way. And swap to the other side. Back the other way. And change. Feet together, circling the knees. And back the other way. And then come up. Turn out the toes, turn out the heels. That finds your shoulder width. And then just circle the hips. So really just loosening off the hip joints. Loosening off the back, the knees, down through the legs. And back the other way. Change, circling the shoulders. And then back. And change. So, with our feet shoulder width apart, pointing parallel, straight in front of us, we're going to soften the soles of the feet so they spread out onto the floor. And softening your ankles. So we're now creating alignments through the body. So you're allowing your body to move so that the ankles can feel comfortable over the feet. And then you move on up to the knee joints. So you allow the knees just to expand, allow them to release. Allow them just to settle so they sit comfortably over your ankles. And then softening the hips. Releasing all the muscles, let go. Allow yourself to stand comfortably. If your body needs to move to find the alignments, it will show you. Just allow that to happen. And then allow your tailbone just to tuck under as though you're sitting down on a bar stool. Or any other stool for that matter, a tall stool. Doesn't have to be a bar stool. And then bring the shoulders back so they rest comfortably over the hips. Softening the back. Pull the chin back slightly to create a stretch in the spine. And then just release your shoulders. Open up the elbows. Softening the wrist joints. And softening the hands. So now we're standing with all our joints all upright, all in line, bones upright. And then let all the muscles and soft tissue just release so they sink down. Softening the chest. Softening the diaphragm. Just sneeze again in a minute. Opening up the belly as you breathe in, the abdominal wall expands. And as you breathe out, the abdominal wall closes back down again. Not with force, just nice and gentle. Allow your breathing to become regular, so the in and the out breath are roughly the same length. If you find that difficult, so if you're finding the out breath is longer than the in breath, then breathe in through the mouth and breathe out through the nose. If you find it's the opposite way around, the in breath is easier than the out breath, then breathe out through the mouth. So you're breathing in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. So if you're breathing through the mouth, make the breath longer. So if it's the out breath, then breathe out longer. And just allow the body just to settle and become comfortable. And then we start by breathing in, the hands come up the center line to the chest where they turn over and raise up over the head. So at the end of the in-breath, your hands are up over your head. Slight pause, and then breathing out, let the hands circle down. So at the end of the out-breath, the hands are down by the waist. And breathing in, And breathe out. As the hands come down past the shoulders, you're sinking into the hips, tucking the tailbone under, bending the knees so they come over the line of the toes. Breathing in, come up. And breathe out, sinking down. Excuse me, sniffing this morning. Breathe in. And breathe out. And keep going. So nothing is forced, releasing all the muscles. Keeping the spine upright. Relaxing the muscles either side of the spine. Now we're going to do one more. Breathing in, hands come up to the chest. Breathe out, turn the palms to the floor, push down. Let the hands come to rest by the sides. Then softening the feet. Softening the ankles. Softening the knees. Softening the hips. Tucking the tailbone under so you're sitting down on a stool. Putting the shoulders back so they rest comfortably over the hips, and then pull the chin back slightly to create a stretch in the spine. All the bones standing upright. Release the muscles down. Again, just breathing into the belly. Connect with the belly. Soften the mind and allow the mind to sink into the body. Allow yourself to become totally present in the moment as you breathe. And breathing in, the hands come up to the chest. Breathe out, turn left palm up, right palm down. Breathe in, hands come back to center. Breathing out, swap the hands over. So now left hand down, right hand up. Breathe in, hands back to center. Breathe out. As you push out, left hand up, right hand down, sink down into the legs. Tucking the tailbone under and breathe in, come up. And breathe out, swap over and sink. Keep going. One more. And then the hands come back to the chest. Both palms to the floor, breathing out, let the hands just float down and come to rest by the sides. And again, softening the feet, softening the ankles, softening the knees, softening your hips, tucking the tailbone under so you're sitting down on a stool, shoulders resting comfortably over the hips. Pull the chin back to create the stretch in the spine, and then just let all the muscles release. So you're releasing all down through the neck, letting go of the shoulders so that the shoulder joints can open, allowing the arms to just open and expand, opening the elbows, the wrists and the hands, softening the muscles either side of the spine, across the shoulder blades and down to the lower back, opening up the buttocks, the thighs, the calf muscles, softening the body all the way down, and then allowing your breathing to become slower, regular, smooth. Find a pattern that works for you. Opening up the belly as you breathe in, closing down the abdominal wall as you breathe out. And then just bring the hands up either side, softening the shoulders, sinking the elbows, softening the wrists, and then swing left hand in front, right hand behind, come up and swap over. So the arms are swinging as though they're a piece of rope. Don't worry about trying to get your breathing matching with the movement of the arms. You're moving too fast for that. So allow your breathing to fall into a nice regular pattern. Just really work on releasing the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the clavicles into the neck, and let the arms just swing. So releasing the upper arms, biceps, triceps, releasing the elbows, softening the forearms, opening up the wrists so that the arms can really swing as though they are a piece of rope. Nice and released, hands acting as a weight on the end of the rope to give momentum. we're softening down through the body, not transferring any momentum anywhere at the moment, just moving the arms just to soften the shoulders. And then we're going to engage the waist. So turning the waist, so if my left hand's in front, I'm turning to the right, come up and swap. So now the movement of the shoulders is a function of the waist turning. And because the waist is turning, we can transfer momentum out into the arms and throughout into the fingertips. So you become like one of those drum toys. So the arms are moving because the waist is turning, rotating around the spine, softening down through the legs, tucking the tailbone under. So you're not transferring torque down through the knee. The knee can move in the plane forward and backwards, which it's comfortable with, not hyperextending back and not pushing too far over the toes forward, but so that the legs can act like pistons, almost like shock absorbers if you like, to allow you to rotate your waist comfortably but still maintain the spine in an upright position. You're not throwing your shoulders forward, you're just moving the waist. And really soften down through the bodies. Through the bodies, through your body. Still sitting down as though you're sitting on a bar stool. Really open up the chest, the diaphragm, the belly. And then we're going to change, so let the hands come up to chest height, and as you breathe out, just let them float down. Again, softening the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips. Tuck in the tailbone under, shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips. Pull the chin back slightly to create the stretch in the spine. And then with all the bones standing upright, release the muscles down. So you're not standing rigid to attention, you're allowing the body to soften and find those alignments so that you find the comfort within the body. And again, just reconnect with the belly, soften the mind, let the mind sink down into the body as far as you can without forcing it. And then palms to the floor, breathing in. Let the hands come forward, drop the fingertips, raise the arms to shoulder height. And then on the out breath, drop the elbows, drop the wrists down as though you're pushing through water. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, elbows sink, wrists sink down, sinking into the thighs. Breathing in, come up. And breathe out. So keeping all the bones upright, weight evenly spaced. And just fall into a nice pattern that works for you. one more. As we sink down, turning the fingertips to the right, circling the hands up. Right hand in front of the face, just let it sink down. Left hand sinks underneath. Both palms to the floor, and then just sitting down on the feet. Tucking the tailbone under, take a breath in. And breathe out, rotate around the spine to take the hands around to the right hand side. And breathe in. Come back to center, swap the hands over. And breathe out, turn to the left. Breathe in, shoulders and elbows stay in line, just the hand position changes and they move in space because the waist is turning. Breathing out and breathe in. And keep going. So you're really tucking the tailbone under, rotating around the spine, softening down through the legs so you're not twisting and transferring torque down through the knee and into the ankle. You're just allowing the legs to act like shock absorbers. Your hands are moving because they're pivoting around the elbows. The shoulders, elbows and wrists are moving because the waist is turning. Softening the mind, allow yourself to rotate around your spine, sitting back against the spine and the pelvis. One more. And then let the hands circle up. So both hands are at chest height. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let the hands float down and come to rest by the waist. Take the knuckle of the thumb, put it in the tummy button, let the hand rest down. The other hand comes in flat over the top. Left hand under right for men, right hand under left for ladies. And then just allow yourself to soften the feet, soften your ankles, softening the knees, opening up your hips, tucking your tailbone under. Shoulders come back to rest comfortably over the hips. Pull the chin back slightly to create a stretch in the spine. Then all the bones standing upright, muscles release. Sneezy morning this morning. Let the breathing become regular and smooth, sinking deeply into the belly, and then let the mind just sink down to that point so that you are aware and connecting with your breathing. Softening the muscles through the neck, across the shoulders, down into the arms. Softening the shoulder blades, softening the muscles either side of the spine. Keeping the tailbone tucked under, opening up the hips, the thighs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, feet. And just let everything sink down. Change, bring the hands up either side, softening the shoulders, elbows, wrists. Allow yourself to sit down through the legs comfortably and wiggle the fingers at the ends of the arms. Bring the hands down, circle the hands at the ends of the arms. Change, just breathing in, coming up onto the toes. Breathe out, let yourself drop. Breathing in and breathe out. And keep going. And one more. And relax. Just give yourself a shake. So thank you again for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with another more of the same. Yeah, more of the same. At 9:30 this morning, I'll be beginning our Gung challenge, our 20 days of Sung. So we'll be going through the Gung set, which is normally run at 2 p.m. on a Monday afternoon. That'll still be going ahead 2 p.m. Monday afternoon, but we're also doing the Gung as a daily routine at 9:30 every morning. To join in on that, head over to the website and you'll find more details, and that will be held live in our Dragon Warriors Gung group. Again, we have Tai Chi going on today, beginners class, anybody can join in on that starting at 11 o'clock. Again, all the details are on the website. If I could ask you to leave your comments, your feedback, your questions in the comments below, that would be brilliant. And if you could tag, share and like and get this video out far and wide to everybody who might want to join in, that would also be fantastic. Again, thank you so much for joining me this morning. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll be back at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take care.